the fact that a journalist had to ask Pep Guardiola to kind of dispel the rumours in a press conference, it just goes to show the impact that social media can have. And we've spoken about it so many times on the show in terms of players getting DM'd from purported supporters, getting abused in their comment sections and stuff like that. It's an interesting situation that we find ourselves in with social media at the moment. It feels like we're in a bit of a crossroads with it, because obviously it can be a very useful tool, but it can also be a very dangerous one.
Obviously, as we know, it's had a massive impact in the last sort of 5 years, 10 years, whatever you want to go back to, but it's got its massive pitfalls, hasn't it? I think it's great for fans to sort of portray their feelings, but you do get pretenders like this, and when it does get out of hand, when you claim to be in the know, you can't, and you set up that account saying Sterling's had an argument with the tea lady and he's ended up 2-footing her in the canteen and stuff like that, and then it's almost like you've not got any, you can say it, and then it's somebody's job to debunk it rather than your job to prove it in the first place. Like, you know what I mean? It's easy to say and then just sit behind your little faceless account, and it's another one of the pitfalls of social media. We see it with people getting abused, and people having fake accounts and usernames and not having to provide anything to prove that they're real. And when you've got information for the club, anyone can start a rumour. I could start a Twitter account this week saying Steve Bruce has had 35 cabbages delivered to his front door in Newcastle because the fans want him out, and somebody had retweeted because somebody had just believed what they read on the internet, because that's just how it goes, and people have to be more clever about what they read on the internet, because
listen, I've been done a couple of times. I'll admit I've been done a few times.
Everyone gets done at some point, but you've got to switch onto it at some point, haven't you?
Do you know? These things, you do have to sort of get a feel for what is real and what is not, but people have also been falling for things like this since the beginning of time. I remember once I was like 11, 12 years old, it was April Fool's Day, and I didn't realise that national newspapers could write unreal things for April Fool's Day as a joke, and it said in the League Cup they're going to start having 20-foot goals that are 15 foot high. And I said to my dad, what's going, you can't do this, what? And I completely believed it, and he let me believe it for the whole day. And the next day he was like, "That was an April Fool's joke." So, this stuff has been happening for years.
Matt sounds like a person who's won the Nigerian lottery a few times as well.
I tell you what, Portsmouth and Newcastle could do with some of those 20-foot goals, that's for sure. Yeah. I don't think Manchester City will need them tonight in their second leg, last 16 Champions League tie against Borussia Mönchengladbach.